my kitchen. My name is Mindy Banks. I'm the Flip Flop Chef, and today I'm going to show you how to make Dulce de Leche cupcake cups. And we're going to use Pampered Chef's Dulce de Leche mix. And you guys, this has to be the best cake mix I have ever tried. So no cake mix doctoring on this cake mix. It is perfect just the way that it is. And I'm going to show you a delicious way to make these in little miniature cups to take on the go. And I'm going to show you a couple of different variations today, but my main focus is going to be to add Dulce de Leche, whipped cream, and homemade caramel. So let's go ahead and get started. So what I've done ahead of time is I went ahead and made the Dulce de Leche cake mix in cupcakes. So I have those over here. I'll tell you more about that in a second. But just so that you guys know, I'll zoom in so you can see this cake mix. So it comes in this bag from Pampered Chef, and you can purchase this directly on my website. There's also a shop button here on my YouTube channel. But all I did was I preheated the oven to 350 degrees, and then you're gonna follow the directions on the mix. So I added in 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter, and you do want that cut into small pieces and have it soft. 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 2 eggs, and 2/3 cup of milk. I beat that with our Flex Plus hand mixer, and I baked these in the oven in our muffin pans for 15 minutes. So this is our muffin pan here, and I actually use 2 of these. This is one of those products that I definitely recommend that you have 2 of so that you can do 2 pans at one time. You can cook twice as fast when you do things, when you have 2 pans for certain things. Now, you're gonna wanna spritz these with oil or grease and flour them, however way you prefer is fine. And then I baked my cupcakes without cupcake liners. That's really important for the way that we're gonna do this. And then I have these in our, these are just 5.5-inch disposable condiment cups, and I bought these on Amazon. I can leave a link for you in the information about this video below so that you can check it out. And then what I did with each cupcake, so first of all, I let them cool in the pan for 5 minutes, and then I took this star tip. So this, let me show you, this is part of our easy accent decorator. So we have 2 star tips, hopefully you can see that. This is the open star tip, and this is just the star tip. So I used the least narrow of the 2, and I just pressed it down inside of each warm cupcake. Now I did that before, after I put them into these condiment cups. So cool them in the pan for 5 minutes, then press the warm cupcake into each of these condiment cups, and then take your little star tip, press this down in there. You will get some cake coming out of the top here, but don't worry, you can just eat that as a little snack along the way. And then poke the holes in all of them, and we're gonna fill these holes with some deliciousness today. So these cups do come with lids, and while I hate using a bunch of disposable containers and I prefer using reusable, sometimes you need to have the disposable ones. And so these are great for taking these on the go. So I'm actually gonna be taking these to a marketing event, and need to be able to make it easy to eat and easy to get rid of the trash and not having to bring back a whole bunch of dishes. So let's go ahead and get started. So now that you've seen what I have done ahead of time, so mix the cupcakes according to the mix directions. I baked them at 350 for 15 minutes. So they're still a little bit gooey on the top, which that's the way that I like them. If you want them to be more well done, then you can cook them a few more minutes. So use Pampered Chef's muffin pans, and this made 20 muffins. So I've got these in our cool and serve trays, and I've got 2 trays to show you, and one of them works better than the other for cold cakes. So the Dulce de Leche ones that we're gonna make, I recommend keeping them cold. The other ones I recommend keeping cold as well, but they don't have to stay as cold as long. So if you were taking them to serve them right away, then it's okay not to use the cooling mats. So I have 2 cool and serve trays here. The rectangle 9x13 cool and serve is the best to transport these because it fits the most with the lids on them. And actually I don't have the lids on these in here, but let's see. So that you guys can see, I tested this before I recorded so that I would know how these fit. So this is the rectangle one. And I love that the lids to our cool and serves fit right underneath the trays. So when you're serving these at a picnic or a potluck or at the pool or on the boat, wherever you're going, you don't have to keep up with the lid, just put it right underneath it. Now on this one, this has this little cool insert that pops right out. Underneath here, you're gonna find these cool mats. So I keep these in the freezer so that they're cold anytime that I need them. So these are actually frozen. I took these right out of my freezer. You're gonna put these in the bottom and then put this tray right on the top. So this is gonna help keep these colder longer when you use the cool and serve inserts. Now, for the large cool and serve, this one, you can certainly use it to transport the cups, but if you put the lids on the cups, the lid to the cool and serve doesn't want to fit on here when you have that cooling mat underneath. So this is great if you're transporting cupcake cups that don't need to be refrigerated. So hopefully that made sense. I'm going to set this aside. Now we're going to focus on just this tray for now. So let's go ahead and mix up our Dulce de Leche mix. So if you are already a member of my recipe group, then you probably saw a 9x13 cake version of this recipe that I'm going to show you today, but we're making it in these cupcake cups. So it's same recipe, just a different form, okay? So we're going to mix some Dulce de Leche, this is a can of Dulce de Leche, and we're going to mix it with some evaporated milk, and we're going to pour it over the top of these. So let's go ahead and get our evaporated milk open. I'm going to use our can opener, and I'll give you guys a closer look here so that you can see what I'm doing. I attach my can opener to the front of the can, then you twist all the way around until you bypass your starting point, and then what you're going to do is you turn counterclockwise here, just like this, to release the can from the can opener. So then you're going to take this, and hopefully you guys can see there's a little, so when I push this button on this side, there is a little pincher claw, so I can pinch, oops, see if I get it on there. Sometimes these have extra glue on them. There we go. Just had to get a good grip. And you see it pulls that can lid right off. Now, the lid and the can do not have a jagged edge, so this is a smooth edge, which I really, really like. And we're gonna measure out 8 ounces. The can has 12 ounces, so not quite enough for 2 batches. We're gonna do 8 ounces of evaporated milk. So this is not sweetened condensed milk, this is evaporated milk. We're going to use our can opener again on the can of Dulce de Leche, starting at the front of the can, twist the can opener on, and then twist all the way around. And by starting at the front, I know where my starting point is, and then you just turn counterclockwise to release it. And, oops, this can. Okay, so this is one of those pampered, not perfect moments, right? Didn't do so good on that side. So that side of the can is definitely going to be jagged a little bit. Let's see if I can get it to hook back on there. We'll just make another trip around the sun here. Let's see. And it's catching because it's already open. There we go. All right, so take that off. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our Dulce de Leche, the whole can, and then we're going to gently whisk this in. So you're going to want to start out slow so that you don't slosh around that evaporated milk. So we're just going to sort of mix this, break that up, and then this is going to go on the top of the cupcake cups. Now, the other 2 versions that I'm going to make today, I haven't tried them before, so I'm going to just do a couple of those. We're going to do some blueberry pie filling and some strawberry jelly that I made in my deluxe cooking blender. So just keep breaking this up here. Get this nice and incorporated. Now, when I make this in the 9x13 baking pan, I like to pour this on and then refrigerate it for a little while. But today I'm going to do the speedy version, and we're going to skip that step. But I do recommend that you do that. I think they set up a lot nicer when you do these in batches. All right, almost there. So it's still really, really soupy. And that's okay. You just want to try to get it nice and blended. I'm going to grab my mini whipper out of the cabinet really quickly. All right. I'm going to use a different one real quick because I think I can work a little bit faster now that I've got it mostly incorporated. I don't want it to be too lumpy. I guess you could put this in the immersion blender too if you wanted to, but I haven't done it that way before. Let's see. All right. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna just pour on top of the cakes. You wanna make sure that you're leaving room for the whipped cream. That might be more than I actually want in there. I'm gonna do a little bit less on the other ones. You wanna fill the hole and then get enough on the top that it's gonna soak in, and it's gonna be just delicious, you guys. So this is just the Pampered Chef's Dulce de Leche cake mix, mixed according to the package directions and baked in a muffin pan without the paper liners. Because if you put the paper liner in there, you'd have to take them off before you pour this on the top. And then I poked a hole using the star tip from the Easy Accent Decorator. Poked a hole in them while they were still warm. All right, these look amazing. Okay, and I'll set this extra aside because I'm gonna make 2 different flavors. So this is what this looks like so far, so hopefully you guys can see pretty well there. And then I'm gonna take our Easy Accent Decorator, which if you're not familiar with this, it comes with I think 6 or 7 different tips. And so you're gonna get all of those with the Easy Accent Decorator. We restyled this several years, well, maybe a year and a half ago, but we've carried some version of our Easy Accent Decorator since I was a consultant actually, and I joined 23 years ago at the time of this video. So this is the open star tip and the star tip. So I use the star tip, like I mentioned earlier, to poke the holes in our cupcakes. Oops, trying to get that ring on there. And we're gonna fill this with some whipped cream. Now I have some stabilized whipped cream ready to go. You don't need stabilized whipped cream for this. You could just make whipped cream and not add a stabilizer. So for this, I did use some powdered milk to stabilize it, which that basically just makes it hold its shape a little bit better. So if you were gonna decorate these to look like cupcakes, that would be what you would wanna do. I feel like that when you add the stabilizer, the whipped cream isn't as creamy looking, so maybe you guys can see here. Kind of looks, it's just more fluffy rather than creamy. Now I'm just kind of shaking this down, and I'm using the medium stainless steel scoop to add our whipped cream. I feel like that's the best size for this. And if I run out of whipped cream, I do have ingredients handy and all the tools out, so we can make more if we need to. You're gonna add if you notice here, there is, whoops, let me try to pull this down. All right, so you're gonna match up the arrows on your Easy Accent Decorator, so that's how you know that you have the sides put together right. So you see there's an arrow on the white and an arrow there on the clear piece. And then you're gonna press this just to squeeze out any air, and then I'm going to just fill the top of these cups, so kind of like a cupcake. So pretty. Fill those gaps in. Okay, and I think I'm gonna save the rest of this for the other versions because you don't need to see me do this that many times. I think I'll make more whipped cream when we're off camera and then I'll finish up, but I'll save the whipped cream I have for the other couple versions. Now, in this silicone prep bowl here, let me give you guys a wider view here so that you can see a little bit better. So in the silicone prep bowl, I made Pampered Chef, well, I don't know that it's a Pampered Chef recipe, but it's homemade caramel made in Pampered Chef's Deluxe cooking blender. I do have a video on my channel showing you how to do that, but I put it in the silicone bowl so that it would be easily pourable. And I have a whisk in here just because I just made this maybe an hour ago, and I wanted to just get it whisked up really nicely so that it's pourable. It's still a little bit warm, but it's definitely not hot. And I'm just gonna drizzle some caramel. Oh, you guys, these are gonna be so good. This would be great for little tea parties for your girls. You could use it for so many different things. Instead of birthday cake, you could do it this way. All right, so like I said, I'm just gonna show you a few of these because you don't need to see me make all of these. And then I'm gonna take our lids. I thought I had a lid out already, but oh yeah, there it is. So you're gonna take a lid and just snap it on the top. make sure that the lids are not stuck together. So we learned the hard way, maybe you saw my kids' video making Jell-O. What you didn't see on that video was after we stopped recording, Connor was putting the lids on all of his Jell-O cups, and one of them, just the whole cup, just like he pushed too hard, and we thought he just used too much pressure, but what actually was the case is there were 2 lids stuck together. So as long as you don't have 2 lids stuck together, they're super simple to put on. So if you find this hard to get it to snap on, then you probably have 2 lids stuck together. So these will go in the refrigerator to keep them cold and to let that dulce de leche layer kind of sit. And I think it's okay to not wait, 30 minutes or so between the dulce de leche and the Cool Whip, because when you're doing this in a 9x13 pan, you need to spread the Cool Whip, and so the reason that you refrigerate it is so that the dulce de leche layer is not smearing with the Cool Whip. But in this case, I think that you're fine. So look at this, isn't that so great? I wish you guys were here to eat these with me. When you freeze this, when you refrigerate this, I would recommend that you keep these in your freezer until you're actually ready to transport them or serve them. So I'm gonna take those out, and I will finish these off camera, but let's make a couple of other variations so that you have some other ideas. So this is the large Cool and Serve. Doesn't have as many cups in here, but it's the same thing. I'm starting with the same base. This is a cupcake that made with the dulce de leche mix. I took my star tip, pressed down into the cupcake to press that hole. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add, on some of these, we're gonna do strawberry jelly. And this is Pampered Chef's strawberry jelly mix, or strawberry jam mix. Let's see, I'll do one of these. This is the small scoop. So we'll do a few of these strawberry and a few of them blueberry. All right, and then I'll do the other ones with the caramel, or the dulce de leche. I keep wanting to say caramel. Let me wash this out so we can use it on the blueberry pie filling, and then we'll finish these up. But be sure that you guys like this video, comment, let me know that you're watching, let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any other flavor combinations that you would make with our dulce de leche mix. And I always love hearing your ideas too. All right, so let's take our can opener again. We're gonna open up this blueberry pie filling and put some on the top of these cakes, add some whipped cream, and then you can add crushed graham crackers if you want, or you could even add like a vanilla syrup on the top. All right, so we're taking the same small scoop here and scooping out that blueberry pie filling. These I have not made yet, so I can't wait to try these. Actually, I did a little bit extra in that. I'll do 2 scoops of the pie filling, and then I'll compare and see if we need more strawberry filling when I make more strawberry. Okay, so let's get some more whipped cream. So we're gonna go back to our Easy Accent Decorator and take this apart. And again, this is stabilized whipped cream. You do not have to have a stabilizer when you're making these in the cups. And all I did to do that stabilized whipped cream is added a couple tablespoons of powdered milk. So you could use pudding powder, you could use cocoa powder. It just helps stabilize that. All right. And again, same thing. I'm just gonna sort of shake this down. And I'm gonna put this on the top and press down, and I'm gonna twist this around so that the arrows on the white part and the clear part match up. Get any air bubbles out, and then we're just going to put our whipped cream on the top. I might run out. If I do, it's okay. I'm gonna make some more whipped cream off camera anyways to finish up the dulce de leche ones, so I'll set that aside. So now we have 3 different flavors. I've got those closed up already, but I've got the strawberry, the blueberry, and I think they're prettier with more filling, so if I do this again, I'll put more strawberry filling in there. Let's chop up some graham crackers to put on the top. Rinse my hands real quick. They're kind of sticky from that, all the whipped cream. All right, so what do you guys think? Are you so excited to try this? If you have not purchased the dulce de leche cake mix yet, you've got to get it. It truly is my favorite cake mix, and not just because I sell it, but it is so good. I can't wait to make my chess cake recipe using that cake mix. So if you have not seen me make chess cake, I have a video on my channel showing you how to do that too. Be sure to check that out, and you could substitute the Dulce de Leche cake mix for that. All right, take some graham crackers, and oops, got a little water in my food processor. There we go. Put this on the top. And then to use the food processor, if you've never seen this before, you've got to get this. It's such a cool product to add to your kitchen. You're going to put the blade in, which I did first, and then the graham crackers or whatever you're chopping. If you're right-handed, your left hand is going to go here, right hand goes on the paddle. If you're left-handed, your right hand goes here, and your left hand goes here, okay? So it has a little rubber gripper on the bottom to keep it from slipping and sliding around. Make sure when you use this that you're letting the handle go all the way down and all the way up in between each chop. Okay, so a little bit more. There we go. Take the blade out, and then I'm gonna just sprinkle some graham cracker crumbs on the top. Just like that. And I'll leave that one since I don't have enough whipped cream on there. And then these will need lids also. And then these will go in the refrigerator until you're ready to serve them. So, oh, one more thing I want to show you. So if you wanted to, on the tops of these cups, so maybe before you add the graham crackers, you could add some vanilla syrup. So this is just Ghirardelli vanilla sauce. So you could just drizzle this on the top if you like. For the strawberry one, if you wanted to put some chocolate syrup, you could do that. You can get super creative with how you want to use this. So I hope that you guys are excited to make these delicious Dulce de Leche cupcake cups. I can't wait to hear what filling you guys use in yours. And if you would, please click the subscribe button while you're here, and also go to theflipflopchef.com. There you can join my recipe community. There are thousands of recipes there, 40 free cookbooks, and a weekly giveaway every single Friday. So make sure that you look out for that. And if you have any questions, please let me know. As a consultant with the Pampered Chef, I do earn commission on the products that I sell for my videos. So I hope that you'll decide to shop with me if you learned something today, or if you're excited to try some of these products. So I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great day.